Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my blessed beloveds out there in video land. You're watching Living and Thriving with Rusty, and I am Rusty, and I'm freezing. I cannot get far enough south. The air conditioner is actually set to 77, and I'm still freezing. I am in sunny Florida. It is warm 90% of the year. And today, my fingers are just like they're frozen. I was recently diagnosed with Raynaud's, and I guess I just don't get warm. Maybe I am deeply, innately, genetically a reptile? Could be. Who knows? Anyway, I am freezing today, so I have this beautiful fleece, which might not make it to the red carpet, but it keeps my bones warm. Darn it. We have gone through a bazillion interviews, and I'm so grateful for the love and the support. It's really amazing how many people watch the show, and on the back end, which you guys don't see, how many views each show receives. People might not like or dislike or subscribe, but there are a lot of people that actually watch the show. So thank you so much. Very heartfelt gratitude, and thanks to all of the people who have donated to help with the storage fees and advertising fees and all the things that go behind the scenes, on top of the sponsors that I do get every now and then. Thank you for keeping the show alive. Thank you for keeping me going. And I can't even tell you, my biggest dream is to have everybody see this show and learn from other people and be more compassionate and more open to knowing that we're all kind of the same. We all kind of go through the same stuff. We all have the same needs in a basic way. And there's so many beautiful people out there. And so I'll battle on forever because you guys know how passionate I am about this show. In a few minutes, Brittany will be joining us, and she's an author, and it'll be a long story. This is her first interview, so she's very nervous, and it's cute. You can tell by all of her text messages how nervous she is, the poor thing. But I know she's going to do fine, and I know that when she goes back to watch this video, she's going to be like, oh, wow, I did great. And I'm going to say, yeah, you did, silly. It's just me, and, well, thousands of you, but don't tell her that. It'll make her even more nervous. So I'm super excited to finally meet Brittany. I met her wife 8-9 years ago. That's what it feels like anyway. I want to say like November of last year. Yeah. And she was such a braggadocious person about you, and I had to give her a lot of shit. So this is clear transparency because I see her behind you. Because she hasn't read your book yet.
No, she has not read it yet.
What a butthead.
I know. I don't know why.
So I'm not afraid.
She says she's not a reader, but even people who aren't readers will like this book.
Well, I said, put it on audio tape and listen to the 5 minutes in between the game, because I know her sports are really priority.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion, though. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. You could do like little flashcards. So, Brittany, tell us who you are, what you do, and what makes you you.
Well, I live in Tampa, Florida. I do eyelashes and I bartend, but I also write as a hobby. And during the pandemic, I just found it as a really good time to tackle a dream of writing a book. I've always said that I was going to do it. So I had a lot of downtime, and I went ahead and wrote this little book. It's only about 180 pages, and it took me about, I would say, a year to write. And I put it out, and it's out there ready to go.
And you're out kayaking on a beautiful day while I'm here freezing, and I'm like 2.5 hours south of you, so I should be way warmer, but you guys look like you're having fun, so I'm mildly jealous.
It's a great day. I wish you better weather in the future, though, of course.
Yeah, thanks. So what is the book about?
It's about this young lady named Marianne, and she can't seem to quite get it together. She's trying really, really hard. She struggles with mental health a little bit as well. And but the main reason why she can't get it together is because she's hiding a deep, dark secret from everyone around so she's sort of struggling with that every day and living with it. And then she meets this guy named Cameron, and she starts to fall in love with him. The more she starts to fall in love with him, the more she starts coming closer and closer to her conscience, and the secret starts coming out. So as the book goes, it'll go through like love and heartbreak and mental health, and it touches on a little bit of everything. And then towards the end, the secret starts to unravel.
All right, so you can't tell us any more about the secret, but you can tell us the title.
The title is Secrets Beneath the Sand. And
Beneath
it's available
the sand?
Beneath the Sand. Secrets Beneath the Sand. Like a beach.
That's pretty Florida appropriate.
It takes place in Destin, Florida.
Okay, so the juice is getting real, girls. Juice. Do you have a website yet or anything like that?
I do not. It's available on Kindle e-reads for $8.99.
For $19.99?
$8.99. Oh, $19.99. Woo! $8.99.
I was upselling for you, girl. What's up?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
That's what I'm working towards.
So what are your aspirations? What else do you want to do?
I really would love to write more books and become a successful author in the future. I'd also like to own my own business as far as aesthetics and lashing. So those are my two major goals in life.
That's very cool. My daughter is very young. She will be 16 in a few weeks. And
that's a fun age.
Yeah, she's actually a really good kid. She's mouthy, but it's normal. But she goes to cosmetology school in the morning, and she goes to high school in the afternoon. So I'm learning. I'm very.
Oh yeah, there's a lot to learn.
Yeah, I'm very. Let's go hiking and camping and adventure person, and she's like, no, I got to do my nails.
Yeah, I'm a little of both. Obviously.
Where did she come from? I'm hoping that's what she grows into, but right now she's definitely in the diva mode. So talk to us in the few minutes that we have remaining a little bit more about your book and what's going to grab the reader.
I think honestly just the fact that she's struggling so hard with the secret, and I keep, hitting on the secret. The secret's actually really surprising, and I think that that's really what's gonna surprise the readers. I mean, that's pretty much it. It's a very light and easy read, but it does have I try to make it a little funny, a little heartbreaking, a little heartwarming. And I try to make it appropriate for all readers, all different types of readers, all different ages and genders, and people who like to read and people who are just getting into reading. I try to make a little something for everyone. So I really think that the entire audience can really enjoy this book.
When did you decide that this is something that you wanted to accomplish? Because writing a book is this love-hate relationship where you love to hate it for the most part of the book, and it's usually towards the end when it's almost done and you have to edit it the umpteenth millionth time.
There were a couple of times while I was editing that I was like, I want to give up, but I didn't. I kept going because it was such a dream of mine. I've been in love with writing since I was a little girl. I would write short stories, and I really took on to English really well, and I always read in school, and it was just something that I was always interested in and something I always said I would do. I actually started writing a book in high school and then actually didn't finish it because I just got busy with life. So it's a goal that I actually started once before and didn't exactly get to quite tackle. That's the beautiful thing about the pandemic, is it actually allowed me time to tackle this dream.
I thought of the pandemic in a very high way. I was in love with the time and the space, and for me personally, it was a very motivating time.
Yeah, I got a lot done.
Now, are you a native Floridian?
I am.
Look here, folks, they do exist. Huh?
I'm sorry?
I said, look here, folks, they do exist.
Yeah, born and raised Florida. I left for about a year and I came right back.
It's, I grew up here. I was born in Kentucky, but I grew up here, and I went to college in Vermont and built a house in Maine. And about 4 years ago, we moved back, and there's parts of Florida that I miss that don't exist anymore. There's parts of Florida I could do without. but this weather, man, you cannot beat the weather down here. It's beautiful all the time.
No, you can't.
I think we lost you.
Yeah. So yeah, weather's a big deal to me. That's what.
Do you have any?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're kind of voiping in and out.
Hold on, I think I got you right now. All right, apologies for that. You're back.
That's okay. It happens when you're kayaking out in the middle of beautiful weather.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I double planned. I'm sorry.
I usually send out like 15 email reminders too.
Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry. I got ahead of myself with the weather.
That's okay. It's beautiful right now.
It happens. I was hypnotized by the weather. Blame it on the weather.
So we're probably going to end up wrapping it up a little bit just because you are in and out, and that's not a completely good interview, but I think people will understand where you are and why. Yes. Do you have any tips or tricks or ideas for people who are aspiring writers, something that they can look forward to trying to?
Yeah, just don't give up. There's times where I got frustrated. There's times where I had to walk away from the book and then go back and reread it to figure out where I wanted to go, where I found myself at like a dead end or a halt or sort of out of ideas. And when you're in a vibe, when you're in a flow, try not to stop. Try to figure a way to like keep going.
Man down, man down. So we've waited 9 months for this interview, and poor Miss Brittany's phone is just not liking the water, the Gulf Coast. I'm sure that's where they're floating around. Tampa's a beautiful city. It used to be really, really small when I was a kid. Now it's this gigantic metropolis where nobody can afford rent, and carpooling in to work from an hour away is basically what it is. It's like almost like a mini Boston in that respect, where you have an hour and a half hour commute just to go into Tampa to work because, well, rents are skyrocketed. That's for another show. Brittany is officially lost, and that's okay. We got a little taste of what she has to offer, and for her first interview, she did pretty good, I have to admit. I look forward to reading her book, which can be found on eKindle, and the link below, I will put her link in there, and definitely give her out some shout outs, and I hope she gets a website built and continues to create, because that's what this is all about, creation. Anyway, know that you're loved, know that you're beautiful, do something kind for somebody else. You never know how that impacts other people's lives in such a great way. It really can change somebody's story. Just something simple. It doesn't have to be fancy schmancy. You know, I talk about this every single show because I truly believe if I say it enough, you're going to roll your eyes, slam the door and say, fine, Rusty, I'll do somebody's coffee. And then actually do it, and it'll be great. Like buy it or make it or deliver it. I just don't know. You know, it's really cool. When I lived in a place where we had toll booths, I would bring like cookies, pre-wrapped cookies and stuff like that to the toll attendants to make their day. Just nice stuff. Anyway, know that you're loved, know that you're beautiful, and until next time.